Have I got a shiny forehead? That's an issue. I mean, it's not a big issue, but it's an issue. Headline of the month for February. Headline of the month for Feb. Yes, because I've got nothing better to do with my time, I've collected some of the oddest headlines of the past month. We've put them all together. We're going to sort through them together and figure out which ones are the best headlines of this month and which ones should just be chucked in that dumpster, which we call the trash, the bin, whatever you want to call it, the garbage disposal. And starting us off for February, whatever. Man suffers from really huge big toe on TLC's My Feet Are Killing Me. That is a chunker of a toe.
It's chunky.
Brian Mills' left big toe is so large that the one next to it had to be removed. Four-toed Brian, as they now call him. It's probably a good thing that he got that removed if it was causing him issues. But who's watching that? Who? TLC is an interesting program. I think we can get it on Foxtel in Australia, and I really think I need to invest in it because that's disgustingly beautiful things to watch over dinner, which of course means it's going in the trash. Weird weather event in history? The day it mysteriously rained meat. See, I don't know about this because February, it's a headline that could have happened at any time unless it happened in February many years ago and it happens to be the anniversary of the day that it rained meat, and I kind of want to know about the day that it rained meat. Just saying, from the picture, it looks like a more gory version of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Vet pulls entire beach towel from python's stomach in astonishing video. Is it astonishing? A snake is about as long as a beach towel. I'm just saying. Would that vision be enough to tip it into the holding category? Nah, I'm not interested. It's going in the trash. The story behind this scrotum-bashing pole vault takes a really nutty turn. Good pun. The student needed 18 stitches. His father, urologist, was the one to operate. That is a juicy story. Sorry for using juicy around nuts. That one is going to be held. Dallas now has a leaning tower to rival the one in Pisa, Italy. An online petition has popped up to save the landmark from destruction, noting, if anything, do it for the memes. Yes, do it for the memes. There's actually a follow-up one to this. Wrecking ball fails to stop Leaning Tower of Dallas from leaning. The 11-story building was supposed to be demolished on Monday, but it endured scores of blows from a wrecking ball. Miley Cyrus just came in, trying to get rid of this building. So I guess the memes are here to stay? Unless they went back again, I don't really want to learn more about that story. I just hope they kept it for the memes. We're not keeping it for the memes. Woman pees alcohol despite not drinking a drop. She's the first person in the world to be diagnosed with a condition that means her bladder turns sugar into alcohol. That's a good story. That's going in holding without any further explanation. Exploding Hammer Festival leaves 43 injured in Mexico. The event involves people attaching a mix of sulfur and chlorate to the ends of sledgehammers. I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? What are the safety regulations around this festival? This picture here is actually a GIF or a GIF. Should we pull it up? Maybe we can. How is anyone not going to get injured? They're not even wearing safety goggles. He's got a hat on. And it's not like a safety hat, it's like a fedora. The true hat of exploding hammer men and women. Hammer people. I like that it exists, but I think it's stupid and it's going in the trash. Man claims we've all been eating chip shop fish wrong, leaving top food critics baffled. I didn't know more about this. He reckons you should peel off the batter. Like, what? If you're going to cook something in a batter, why would you take the batter off and not eat it? You just wouldn't batter it, you'd cook it another way. Again, I absolutely hate this, and it's going in the trash. Outdoor poo enthusiast says he leaves the earth teeming with life. What does he now? He's a bit of a earth fertilizer. What's so enriched about his fecal matter that makes it good for the earth? Judging by this picture, I'm going to say he's got a TED Talk on this, and I'm interested to know what he's drinking there in that bottle. That's got to have something to do with it. Can we also talk about his stance? I'm not sure how old this dude is, but that is a mean squat. I mean, it's good for what he's doing, but beyond that discussion, I think that belongs in the trash. Passengers stunned as miniature horse travels in first class cabin. Well, where else is it going to travel? If you've got a horse, the only place it's going to travel is in first class. I also like how it's basically Nacho Libre. It's a wrestling horse, probably famous for several world titles, and that's why it's allowed to fly in first class. I'm going to leave it at that assumption and also chuck that in the trash. Trash bin filling up. Woman plays violin while surgeons remove tumour from her brain. I hate stories that involve medical procedures, particularly based on the head. I don't know, it's just a thing. But I'm going to push through it for this one and put it in holding because I think it is actually an amazing thing that has happened. And from something amazing like that to baboons going bananas after escaping a medical facility in Sydney. Yes. This was just amazing the day this happened. It blew up on social media. Everyone was talking about it on radio. So good. In fact, we hopefully will be able to go into more detail on that story. Trump's ex-doctor hid veg in his food to help him lose weight. Trump's ex-doctor / mum hid vegetables in his food. He was hiding vegetables. He was hiding vegetables in my meat. I didn't like it. I got rid of him. It's the worst doctor ever. The worst impression ever. Hilarious trash. It's hilarious trash. It's what it is. Woman slammed for disrespectful sleeping position at airport. Well, where is she? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe she would have tripped someone over. I mean, if she's cool for me to sit there and rest my feet on her, I'm cool with it. But if she's gonna just, take up all those seats, there's no reason she couldn't have slid under. It actually would have made it a little bit creepier though, hey? So, just go find somewhere else. Find a corner. Trashing you. I had my nephew, 9 years old, arrested for stealing my wallet. Now my family are furious. Does seem like a little overreaction, but also, kids need to know. They need to learn the law. I mean, what did he do with the wallet? If he just picked the wallet and was like, I got your wallet, cool. But if he actually stole it and then used a credit card or something to buy some things, something needed to be done. Did it need arresting? Probably not, and I don't think we need to know any more about that. Mum wants to change son's birthday because it's inconvenient. It's probably not inconvenient to him. It's interesting because to a degree you can have a little bit of input into when your kids' birthdays are going to be. If you're planning, if you're not, then I understand and suppose it's valid. But you decided to have kids, so deal with it. Man's Pancake Day effort looks like last year's has been scraped off the ceiling, and then he's put an egg on top of it. Is this How To Basic? No, How To Basic would make a much better pancake than that. This belongs on a Instagram which I believe has the handle Cooksuck. It's just rubbish. It's exactly where it belongs as well. Dying pets frantically look around for their owners in final moments, says Bet. Don't do me like that. I mean, it's horrible but beautiful all in the same moment, and I can't take it. Dad leaves child 14 years of age at airport with expired passport and goes away without it. I think there's more to this story. I think I heard a little bit about this, and there's something to do with the family dynamic, and it's like a big trip that they've been looking forward to, but there's a stepmom involved, and she was like, no, the passport's good, but then they got there and it wasn't. I'm kind of interested to delve in and find the actual details of it, so I'm going to put it in holding for now and see if it stands the test of the other ones that are there. Thousands of bees attack police, firefighters responding to sting report. First responders to a 911 call in Pasadena, California were met with an estimated 30,000 to 40,000 aggressive bees. I guess that justifies the 911 call then, doesn't it? I was thinking, who calls people out for a bee sting? Neck minute. Aggressive bees, a massive swarm of them. They need the third option. You call up 911. Okay, cool. Do you need police, ambulance, firefighters, or beekeepers? Wow. That is going in the bin. 36-year-old arrested for calling 911 after parents shut off cell phone. Ohio police said she repeatedly called emergency dispatchers and became belligerent. Good word. Let's not reveal my age, because my parents may still be paying for mine. I've tried to get it from them. It's not my fault. I've tried and I've tried. They just won't hand it over to me. Let's not bring me into it. This is a 36-year-old. I'm not that old, okay? And I wouldn't ring 911 because I'm not in America. I'd ring 000. That's a very silly thing. It's going in the bin. Mystery black substance running down wall turns out to be blood from upstairs. One of the men who lived in the flat below said his apartment smelt horrible recently. Realised there was some blood coming from upstairs. What a Sweeney Todd up there. Oh no, because then he'd get the bodies downstairs, hey? The question around this is the mystery. Why is there blood? Why is the guy above got blood in his apartment? Let's put it in there. I don't like its chances. Woman finds mixtape she lost on a beach in 1993 at Swedish art exhibition. Stella Waddell was 12 when she lost her homemade cassette on a beach in Spain, How did she know it was hers? It doesn't look like there's any information on there. And how is she, like, she lost it in Spain, but it's ended up in a Swedish art exhibition many years later. I just don't understand how this has all come. This is a that can't happen situation. It's a coincidence. How is it? It's blowing my mind. The real question is, did it still work? What sort of 1993? What's on there? A bit of Britney? Is there like a So Fresh from? Oh no, they wouldn't. Oh no, maybe. Here's what was on there. A bit of UB40, Can't Help Falling in Love. That's The Way Love Goes from Janet Jackson. Oh, Boom Shake the Room with DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Meatloaf, I'd Do Anything for Love. Great mixtape. Amazing story. I just don't think it deserves headline of the month. Girl at just 9 years of age dubbed world's youngest tattoo artist practice inking on non-binary dad. Feels like the non-binary part probably doesn't come into it so much. But sure, whack that in the title. I understand if you want to have your kids draw something on a piece of paper, but then get a professional to tattoo it, but it just seems a little bit young to be holding a shot. Like, I'm not going to let my 9-year-old stab ink into my leg. That's what I'm saying. But hey, maybe she's a tattoo prodigy. Let's put her in the bin. Chinese cat wears homemade face masks as owners protect kitty from coronavirus, even though animals don't really get it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Cats. It's Leonardo. I love it. There's definitely a business in cat face masks. Complete free market if you want to get involved. This is just a prototype and go for it. Create a company. But we're going to put it in the bin. Man lands Valentine's Day after advertising himself on a billboard. Well, there's one way to do it, you lazy bum. I mean, he could have at least not used Comic Sans on it. He's probably wiped out a whole bunch of people who were like, I'm not going to date anyone that uses Comic Sans. That's maybe why he's single. All power to him, he's going in the bin. Man draws on missing eyebrow for job interview, hoping boss wouldn't notice. Well, with the picture, actually, I can't even tell which one's missing, because I feel like the lighter one is meant to be missing, but I think maybe that's just the blown out picture, and the darker one is the one that he's coloured in. Wouldn't you just colour in both so they at least match, and then you just be like, that's a bit odd? Or own up to the fact and be like, look, I don't have an eyebrow, because I don't want to tell you why I don't have an eyebrow, I just don't. You're a dummy dumb, and you're going in the dumb. Animal Sanctuary needs people to cuddle pigs and feed them cookies. Can you help? Yes, I can. Back off, it's my job. I want to be paid to do that. And pigs eat cookies? Is that part of their, what sort of a diet do they have? Are we talking the big pigs? I still think I'd cuddle one, wouldn't you? Just get in, just spoon it a little bit. Bin. Being fussy eaters shows cuttlefish have big brains. Ooh, big brain cuttlefish. Big brains. Is it the same in children and humans, or is it just cuttlefish being fussy eaters? Don't care, it's going in the bin. Boy caught eating 2 flies that land on his face during a live TV interview. The thing is, this went to air on Australian television, The Project I believe it was, and it's like, how did the editor not see this? How did it go through so many things and they not capitalise on this? Like, I'm pretty sure the interview went to air, they just didn't mention it. Like, surely Tommy Little or Pete Hellier, one of the comedians on the desk, should have mentioned it, but they just let it become a meme before acknowledging it. It seems a little bit odd that they didn't get on the front foot, but maybe that's the way they wanted it. Fly hungry boy. Maybe we'll just watch The Vision.
Oh, he's got 2 of them.
And now we'll chuck it in the bin. Fast food worker fired after being filmed taking a bath in restaurant sink. No. I mean, you probably don't make much working in fast food, but surely you have your parents' house, or maybe you've got a place that you can rent, or you can go to a public showering facility. Just why? I don't care if you're making TikToks. Get out of the sink. You're working in fast food. Salami larger than the Statue of Liberty has broken a world record in Argentina. What's the process involved in making salami? It is huge. Like, is it just stuffing stuff into like a case, processing it into that? I mean, it's impressive that they've managed to get a case that long and encapsulate all the bits and pieces, but surely it just means that you can go bigger. Can we get a salami machine? Can we make a bigger one? And by we, I mean you and me and anyone else watching this video. Surely we have the capacity between us to do it. World record salami is in the bin. Puppy hailed real-life Cyclops after being born with one eye in the middle of his head. I mean, he's kind of cute, isn't he? You think Cyclops, you think, but that one, yeah, good explanation, it's going in the bin. Hey look, it's another world record. Golden retriever named Finley breaks world record for most tennis balls in mouth. Wow. It's a lot of balls in one mouth. And it's going in the bin. You can now buy a do-it-yourself coffin kit to keep funeral costs down. That's great, except you have to do it before you die. You can't die and then, you know what I mean? Has this been thought through? It's another one of these, you gotta leave it to the people behind to do it. The cost is cool. But you know what could be nice about this is you build it before you die and then you can decorate it. It can be a daily hobby until you cark it and then you get to spend the rest of your life in your decorated box. But that's going in the trash. And finally, headline of the month, 4 Feb, Canadian scientists give vicious name to newly discovered T-Rex relative. The dinosaur is called Thanatoteris degrutorum, and the first word is Greek for reaper of death. Well, thank goodness they're not around anymore, because that is terrifying. And you're going in the bin. Alright, let's knock out 4 of these and be left with the 3 that we'll take a deeper dive on. Well, I think I'm going to get rid of the woman playing violin during surgery, the meat rain, and the blood from upstairs. That's all stuff I can live without. We're definitely keeping the pole vaulter who hit his nugs, the baboons going bananas. Now, do we want to hear about a dad leaving his child at the airport or a woman peeing alcohol? I think I want to hear the story about the girl being left at the airport. Sorry, woman peeing alcohol, but these are now our top 3 headlines for the month of February. Let's take a deeper dive on them and see which one is the headline of this month. Stop! This has been a very long video to edit and also to film. Obviously, I've changed office setup, office room since then. So let's hurry up and get through the rest of this video so you can go and do other things. But let's be honest, you're in quarantine, you got nothing else to do. Story 1, BYU student snags scrotum in gruesome pole vault accident. He needed 18 stitches, but his father was a urologist, so he was the one to operate. Dad, can you take a look at me fish and tackle? Okay, so the basis of this story is he was training for pole vault, but he was also trying to make a TikTok video, which is why you shouldn't make TikTok videos. Could be fatal to your ballsack. Zach McWhorter has leaped into viral fame thanks to a scrotum bashing video he posted Monday to the social media platform. As of Friday afternoon, the video had received 3.7 million likes and more than 206,000 shares. Why don't my videos get that kind of viewage? Do I need to get pole vaulting involved? The wince-inducing video, which his father filmed last September during what looks like practice, shows McWhorter successfully completing a leap only to have the pole hit him right in the testicles, according to the TV station. What do you mean according to the TV station? Like, we've got the footage here. Oh, they had to slow it down for that too. It actually, it looks like it bounces off. It doesn't look like anything happens. He recalled the incident to the TV station. I had a great jump. It felt so good. It was the best jump of the day. Well, it sounds fine. As he sprung over the bar, he recalled, it got me in the sweet spot. Yeah, probably right in the gooch. In the G spot. It's not the right spot. Oh, I could see right into my scrotum, he told BuzzFeed. Why are you saying stuff to BuzzFeed? That's disgusting. He started screaming to his father, who happens to be his coach, but also was filming the video. And also happens to be a urologist with a specialist in male genitalia, particularly his own, and his son's, I guess. Took him back to the office, sewed him up with 18 stitches. Yeah, never been closer with my father until that day, the athlete told the TV station. But it remains to see if the hands-on work was a complete success. Fortunately, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with my testicles, just a scar. What a place to have a scar as well. One day we'll find out if they function or not. I love how they're not running tests to figure it out. They're like, we'll just figure it out. It doesn't matter. Let's get back to pole vaulting. Disgusting. Don't ever talk to BuzzFeed. Diving right in to story number 2. Dad leaves child 14 at airport with expired passport and goes away without her. After years of saving, the dad, his wife and 3 children, 9, 11 and 14, booked their first holiday abroad. The 14-year-old was from a previous relationship and had been overseas with her mum, but the 2 younger children had never been abroad, so this is a big thing for them. It meant they had brand new passports for the trip, while the eldest one, well, she'd used hers before, hadn't she? She'd been overseas with mum. The dad explained when he asked his ex-partner to fill in the daughter's passport details online, she refused and would only give him the expiry date. After confirming that it had a year, the father and his wife went ahead, they booked the trip, they're like, sweet, we're gonna go on this, it's gonna be beautiful. Everything was going to plan until they hit the airport. They went to queue up for their tickets, and then Dad found out that the 14-year-old's passport was due to expire in 2 months' time. The airline wouldn't let her fly because it's their policy to have passengers at least 6 months left on their passport. So this is a super expensive holiday, it's non-refundable. His new wife goes, look, I'm gonna cancel this if you don't come. If you stay here with the 14-year-old, like what's the point of the other 3 of us going? So they're sitting there in the airport going, what are we gonna do? And the dad goes, you know what, my 14-year-old, you've been abroad, your mum's been a bit of a bitch, so you're just gonna stay here. Left her at the airport. Daughter's very upset. He promises to take her on another trip once her passport's renewed, but obviously that's not going to help, is it? Then arranged for his dad, I guess the 14-year-old's grandpa, to pick her up from the airport. I mean, what do you do in that situation? It's not your fault, it's the mum's fault. She was being difficult to deal with. Pretty much would have ruined, and did ruin, what was going to be a perfect holiday, particularly for the 14-year-old. When they came back from the holiday, the daughter refused to see or talk to him. I mean, I get that, but it's really your mum's fault. The dad didn't the dad left you. He was forced to do that. He tried to do this perfectly, and then the mum just, she was the one that left him in the lurch, which then left you in the lurch. Think about the chain of events and where this has happened. That's a difficult situation, and it's something that he's going to ponder for the rest of his life, but just be happy with the decision you made. Stuff it, she'll get over it, she's only 14. Finally this week, we dive into the baboons, going bananas after escaping from a medical facility in Sydney. Footage on social media showed 3 baboons running past vehicles and shocked onlookers. The Royal Prince Alfred Hospital later confirmed to local media that the animals had escaped. An employee told the Sydney Morning Herald that they were used for medical studies, including research into diet and exercise. On Twitter, New South Wales Police said officers and wildlife handlers quickly brought the situation under control. Sky News has approached the medical facility for comment. This is a rubbish article on this. They covered it in so much more detail on radio and in other articles I'd seen. The idea was one of these baboons was going in to get a vasectomy. Now, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, he's going in to get a vasectomy. There was a whole bunch of them too, so he was able to take 2, not 1, 2 of his mates, and not mates, females. They were like his wives. So he's got his wives, he's going in to get a vasectomy, not that he knows that, although maybe he did because they escaped and they were running around. By all reports, since the vasectomy, they got them, the vasectomy's been done and it's all good. But it was a bizarre afternoon, which gave a lot of entertainment for a lot of people, especially in Australian local radio. I think I know how I'm going to rank these this time. Baboons Going Bananas are going right into 3rd. And of our final 2 headlines, the headline of the month for February, you knew it, right? It had to be the pole vaulter whacking his nuts, and his dad, who's his trainer, is also a urologist, gave him the stitch up. What a story. That is my top headline for February. What's yours? Was it one that we went through? Maybe it's one we threw in the bin. Maybe it was one you found elsewhere. Let us know in those comments down below. Make sure you like this video if you've enjoyed it. It really supports me and will hopefully in the future give me the opportunity to edit big videos like this a lot quicker. Because, it takes some time around having an actual job. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more. And the explanation behind why I'm here. I guess eventually that will come out. And I'll catch you again soon with another video on this channel. Thank you. Love you. See you next time.